Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, Taurus, your card tonight is the Nine of Cups, which has everything to do with happiness. All right, and let's go ahead and see what these tea leaves have to say. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. So we have this happy energy. I'm excited to see that. Okay, so we have this cat's face right here. Okay, and it kind of, I'm saying it's a cat. It also kind of looks like a little bat. The ears kind of do, don't they? But I'm reading it as a cat. That's immediately what came to mind. So we have a cat right in the middle. The cat to me always represents individuality, an energy of doing what you do, right? It does not matter what people think. It does not matter what people, tell you to do or what you should do or whatever, what they would do. You don't care. Ultimately, you are, living your life the way that you want to. And this is going to be a period of time where, I feel like you're kind of just doing your own thing. And if I recall, I feel like in the last Taurus reading, maybe it was in the bonus Taurus, I kind of feel like this is the same tip you were on. Kind of just out on your own, doing your own thing. Now, maybe you have family, maybe you're married, you have kids or maybe grandkids or whatever it is. You have people around you, that could be. But I feel like you're kind of just taking some time to go out and do some of the things that maybe you haven't been able to focus on lately. Maybe it just has not worked out that you have very much personal time. Well, I feel like this is something that you are prioritizing, and I think that this is really important for you. This is where you kind of recharge your battery, when you can kind of step away from, the real important responsibilities are getting done, of course, but step away from some of the more mundane or extra, right? Taking an afternoon for yourself, taking a weekend for yourself, maybe going on like a little day trip or, doing something you've been wanting to do. Go to a play or go see, a movie that you've been wanting to see. Go to some music or go swimming or, something that you can really immerse yourself in. And I feel like this is something that you feel intuitively, but you're also quite aware. When you neglect your time, your you time, and you kind of, push that aside so you can do the things that need to get done, and that continues on. And the next thing you know, you haven't really, done anything for yourself in weeks or months. And you're starting to get a little burnt out. I think you're fully aware of these cycles. And so, definitely proud of you for taking that time for yourself and really advocating for your overall well-being. And I think that's really, you're less frustrated, you're less kind of annoyed or, kind of getting into places where you maybe are arguing a little bit or whatever. That is less likely to happen when you've had some time to do the things that you want to do, and ideally uninterrupted. So yeah, this is, I think, right in the core of your mind. So really, I hope that you will follow these inclinations. Follow through with it. You know, if last minute something comes up and they say, well, you know, I'm glad that you get to go out for the day and do stuff, but we could really, you know, get this done if you stay home. Don't. Go and do the thing, okay? Don't back, or what is it? Not backslide. Don't go back on your intentions here. Okay, so let's keep going. So we have the number up here, 81. Okay, 81. That seems like an important number. Oh, and this picture is driving me nuts. Every time I move it, the table a little bit, it's clicking. I forgot to change it. I was going to fix it from my last reading. It's really distracting. Okay. So I'm looking at this and it really, honestly, the first thing I saw, it looks like a UFO. Like a flying saucer. Now we have a person over here standing. It looks like they have a little teapot. We have a fish up here. We have a person down here with a fish and with an umbrella. Actually, let's talk about that one because that's actually a really good sign. Okay, so we have the two fish. We have one up here. We have one down here. Now, I feel like money is something, or resources, right? I always say these are resources. Usually kind of is about money. When the fish is around, yes, we have abundance. Now, we have the person with the umbrella, also the fish. So to me, that's saying you are doing so well, or, you know, finding ways to kind of make extra money that you're able to put some money away for a rainy day. You're putting some money into savings. Now, if that hasn't started yet, this is something to really think about. Now, I know the world we live in, the way things are, we're paycheck to paycheck, most of us, right? It's hard to even afford the things that, you know, our basic needs. Doing our bills and groceries and, you know, just the couple little things that we can have for ourselves. But even in those times, you know, and even if it is like $5 every paycheck, there is a consciousness here. You are very aware that, yeah, I need to be putting something away somewhere. Okay. So yes, if it even is just the change that you have at the bottom of your purse, whatever, building upon that little, you know, whatever, the little piggy bank, the coffee can, you know, your rainy day fund. Proud of you for even thinking about that. Proud of you for putting that into action. You know, no matter how much it is. Okay, so this is important, and it's a good thing, a good practice to be in, you know. So I don't think that there's any indication that there is something happening where you're going to need that money anytime soon. But I do think that, yeah, just being aware, right? It's important because we can't. We get so busy. Things get, you know, so stressful. I mean, just so much going on, right? And so many things you put in money here, you put in money there. It's a lot. You don't think about, you know, putting away a little cash here, a little cash there. But yeah, let's try to channel our grandparents, our great grandparents, If you had family that went through the Depression or any kind of, any of the great wars or anything that happened in their region, their country, that they knew, I have to try to keep a little something just in case, right? And, we have to channel that energy. Sometimes I know we live in a time where everything's expensive, but there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of stuff everywhere. So yeah, to remember, it's time. I gotta put some, I gotta put some nickels away, and, it's not a bad thing to keep in mind, to keep at the forefront of our thinking every so often. Okay, so we have the fish. We're talking about the fish. We have the person with the teapot. I'm also looking at the person. It almost looks like they're pregnant. So I'm looking at this. We also have that kind of flying saucer up there. This looks like it says AS, right? AS. Maybe these are initials. They could be. We also have, it looks like, it could be 305, or we also have 302 right here, 302. So 305, 302. It's very similar. So yeah, it might be that there's somebody literally pregnant in your life. Maybe it's you, or maybe, a grandchild on the way. This could be, a friend or another family member. But it feels like there is some kind of, something cooking, right? There's some kind of creativity, incubation of something happening here. It maybe is not that it's literally, somebody having a baby, but it could be, your creativity, your innovative spirit, getting these ideas going, getting them, through the vetting process so you can begin to work on them, maybe starting a little business, maybe selling your artwork, or some kind of skill set that you have, having a little side hustle or something like this. So it feels like a time where even, when there is some amount of, I don't know, just kind of, it's not urgency. It's just like things being very practical, right? And it's about like saving the money and stuff. It's very practical. It doesn't feel very romantic or anything like that. There is this place in your life happening where creation is occurring, and really bringing this into the world will be a great joy. I think this is where the happiness really kind of sets in here is, I'm going to like manifest this thing that I have, thought of. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to build this beautiful life that I have been wanting. And, the UFO in the middle. Let me just say, I've been trying to consider, what does this actually mean? Is this like literally you're experiencing aliens? Have you seen a UFO? Are you really immersed in ufology possibly? But I just feel that there is really this sense of awe, of almost kind of magic, of the supernatural. Suddenly in your life, you feel this ability to really be not just hoping for the best, not just like, I want to do this thing and I start doing it. Yeah, it's going pretty well. And it's, something that I don't hate doing, and that's pretty cool. But no, this is like once in a lifetime thing. This is like out of this world. Like you start to come up with some things. You want to, start a new medium. You're going to start making music instead of painting, pictures, or do both, right? Or start a new business. I'm going to start a bakery or a cottage, business or whatever it is. And you start getting into it and it immediately clicks. It's just coming so easily. The ideas, the inspirations, and then, it like takes hold and people are showing up and they're ordering from you, or they're, maybe you're starting a channel. They're watching your channel and you're like, gosh, I can't believe that I'm getting all these views already. And, it just absolutely it blows your mind, right? And that's really what I feel like this feeling is. It's like something out of this world, something you were not expecting, but here it is, right? And so it feels like a time where there's happiness, not just because of what is being produced or what you're getting from it, right? Hopefully some monetary, things, but it's the alignment with spirit, with being in your power, your creativity, being a creator, being the architect of the life that you want to live, and feeling confident that you are able to do that. And that feels like such a blessing here. It does. Now, the big thing is going to be staying on it, continuing to show up for yourself, right? And that's the big work, is not getting distracted, not giving up, not kind of, abandoning whatever you're doing when something doesn't go right. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to go look at the plate. And we have a person holding a fish again. So I feel like it's just, there's money to be made. And you're going to figure this out. You're going to get that thing unlocked. It's going to be right in your lap there. I can imagine just money pouring down. Okay, let's see. So we have a boat right here. We have a boat. It also looks like a smiley face, by the way. There are the eyes. And okay, so we have a boat. We have more fish. I know, right? But we also have a turtle right here. Okay, so I feel like, even with all this movement towards the success, towards making that money, towards, also building something for yourself, right? Or creating something for yourself. Finding something of great value and meaning to you. There is this reminder to not go too fast. Pump the brakes a little bit. Go slow. Be in there. Be present. Don't let it just pass you by. Don't be going through the motions or on autopilot. Feel all the feelings. Allow yourself to be immersed in this time. Even the parts that are difficult, maybe the busyness, the lack of sleep, feeling overextended. Sometimes, when you are beginning something, that's the way it is. And, but at the same, all in the same, you have to take time for yourself. You have to, well, and we were talking about that, making sure that you are taking time for yourself. And not getting ahead of yourself, not making too many assumptions, and fumbling the ball ultimately, because you're just kind of racing through. So just definitely remind yourself when you feel like it's going so quickly, and everything is, you know, just on fire. There's almost kind of a feeling that's almost a little manic, right? Just, okay, let me stop here and do some breathing. Let me stop here and kind of notice myself. Notice how I'm feeling. Notice everything that is around me, everything that is going on, okay? That thing is annoying me. Ugh. I thought I had it so it wouldn't make that noise, but it's just in such a way where it is squeaking and stuff. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. We have our divine doors, and I'm going to go ahead and flip through and we'll take a look. All right. It says, offerings, abundance lies in the heart that allows. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. Share more than expected and see love come around. Beautiful. This is always where I say, whenever I see that card, I say, yes, I'm about that life. I always tell my daughter, we work on it. I work on it. It is one of the tenets of my being, and that is we treat people better than they treat us. We give more than we expect, right, to be given to us. And it's not because we're weak. No. Not because we're laying ourselves open to be taken advantage of. No. It's because we care about the world, because we care about other people. It is an act of service, of belovedness. It is a healing act to treat somebody who, you know, oftentimes probably hasn't been treated very well. You know, a lot of us haven't been treated very well. But when you go out of your way to be kind, to be of service, to give where you can, oftentimes just giving a moment of your time, talking to somebody, listening to them, checking in. You know, it ultimately, these kinds of interactions and connections can heal the world. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but it's true. If we are interested in, you know, creating a community that is connected, or, you know, having deeper relationships with not only our family, those around us, but with the greater world, we have to sometimes take the high road, be the one that's going to be, you know, extra nice, you know, and it does. You're amazed at how touching that can be for some people, you know. And I never understood this until I was waiting tables. And when you wait tables, if you've ever served, you will know this, that you get people in all kinds of moods, obviously. And for whatever reason, waiting is just one of those weird things where people really will just kind of give you all their big feelings, right? And also a lot of times you'll see people come in, they're alone, they're eating alone, they, you know, look despondent or disconnected or whatever. And it is in these moments of little connection, of conversation, of, you know, somebody being noticed or listened to, or, you know, whatever, it can change somebody's whole demeanor. It can change somebody's whole day. It can give us a little bit of hope, right? To have that moment of human interaction. And so anyways, I could go on and on about this. It's important. That is to say, it is important. All right. Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you, and if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe, and if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. Especially if you're new to the channel, I'd love to know that you've been here. All right. Again, I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk in just a few days. Good night.